When you first hear the word Nike, what do you think of? Is it your favorite pair of shoes? Or maybe you think of Kobe Bryant making a slam dunk. Either way, Nike has impacted your life in some way, shape, or form. Nike has become so prevalent in today's society that it is a widespread fashion statement for so many people. Nike is a way for people to express themselves without ever having to use words, because everything a person wants you to know about them is all in the shoe. The product itself has the power to be a person's voice, which is incredible because it's an inanimate object. Edward Lutwak, a former Reagan administration official, states, quote, "Human beings are more than consumers, more than stomachs craving to be filled. We are producers as well, looking to express ourselves." End quote. For this reason and this reason alone, Nike has been able to attract people to its products by attacking the inner workings of human emotions.
One of my experiences, I remember walking through the mall, walking past the store where they've got all like the sports equipment and stuff, and they've got the whole Nike thing on the wall, and my eye caught all of those crazy colors that they had on those shoes. Like, I would never put those colors together, but when they're on a shoe, like, it looks cool. It's like, oh wait, I can see myself wearing that. Like, ooh, I got a pair of pants that'll match those shoes, or like, you know what I mean?
They have a nice variety of shoes and different colored shoes, and you can wear some Nikes with outfits, and Nikes look good.
Nike can get a person to feel a certain way when they are wearing the product, and therefore instill a lasting bond between the person and the product, even though, as people, we know that products will never bring any tangible satisfaction. Holden Caulfield, narrator and main character in The Catcher in the Rye, would find Nike shoes to be depressing. He would not like Nike shoes because it draws kids into the trap of adulthood. Holden values the innocence of a child because a child can't be phony. Children are honest and they have a sense of carefreeness. They are untouched by society. Holden would say that the world has gotten to the kids at a young age without them even knowing it. Furthermore, Holden would believe that kids are no longer kids when they have a pair of Nike shoes on. And it's because children tend to idolize the athletes and the image of Nike so much that they start resembling the image they see. In other words, children are entering into the adult world. At the same time, they are leaving their childhood and innocence behind. In addition, the world we live in today promotes the idea of consumption as a first instinct rather than contemplating the rationality of a decision. People continue to buy and buy and buy based on how they feel, because our emotions dictate our actions, and therefore contribute to the lack of consciousness present in the consumers of today's society.
If everyone else does it, then it's okay. So.
I don't know why I like Nike, I just do.
You want to be wearing what everyone else is wearing. You want to be like, wearing what that top athletes are wearing.
It's kind of like that, like once you see it a bunch and you see it on people, your opinion almost just like changes without you even knowing it. So I think that's the thing. If you're surrounded by it, then you can't help but be absorbed in it.
I personally believe that as a culture, we believe we can buy our happiness instead of creating it within ourselves. All we have to do is swipe a plastic card or hand over some money to get the happiness we want. It's just that simple. But happiness is not the only thing humans search for. Psychologist David Walsh, author of Selling Out America's Children, says, quote, "Market-created values of selfishness, instant gratification, perpetual discontentment, and constant consumption have become diametrically opposed to the values most Americans want to teach their children." End quote. As humans, we want to feel a completion of self and instant gratification for our efforts, except the only way we know how to achieve such aspirations is by consuming products. We believe that products will fill the gap of want within us, and it can be constantly renewed by the idea of new. N-E-W, new, a three-letter word that is so simple and so small, but carries a vast amount of power. There are new products that are released every second of the day. They are the products that are supposed to make life easier, faster, and better than before. Catherine Reynolds Lewis, author of Must Consumption Be a Pillar in Our Economy, states, quote, manufacturers quickly saw the potential profit of consumerism if customers treated a wider range of goods as disposable. Marketers convinced people to buy new things before the old ones wore out. End quote. Thus, it seems like we will never run out of ways to obtain the products we want, and on the plus side, we feel good about our decisions. Also, Catherine states, quote, the field of advertising developed as marketers saw opportunity in selling things people desired, as opposed to the things they needed. The act of consuming is impulsive, just like Nike's logo, just do it. It gets people to buy things they think they want, when in fact it is something marketers want people to believe they should have and want.
Just buy Nike. Just wear Nike. Just go out and use Nike. Just buy some Nike gloves. Nike gloves.
Just do it. When I think of just do it, I think of like no excuses. Like just especially in athletics and competition, like a lot of times people want to make excuses like, oh, I'm too tired, or oh, I have this other stuff to do. And Nike's just like, just do it. Like, get it done. Like, push yourself. And I think it just goes along with their theme of athletics and competition and victory and success and what you're doing, not to make excuses and just get it done, period.
Like, a lot of these are just black and white, that all you see is like their symbol and 3 words, so just do it. It just makes it so clear and to the point. It's like, just do it. Like, why would you wear any other shoe than ours?
It's motivating. It's like the short. I think I like their slogan a lot because it's like a short sentence and it ends with a period, almost like it's a command. Like just do it. Like, there's no excuses. Just get it done. And then, like you said, like it goes along with all these big stars that wear Nike and stuff, and you see the success that they've had, and you people that like read the slogan and see their sign, like, oh, like I want to be like them. Just do it. You know, get it done. I think like I said, it motivates people to do their best in what they're doing and just get it done.
Nevertheless, there are consequences for our decisions to participate in a consumer society. Specifically speaking to Nike products, humans never ask questions about the product or ask where it came from. People just buy them because they were told it was cool, when in reality, the cool people see is actually sweatshop labor. Nike uses sweatshop labor in Asian countries to mass produce its products, and the conditions the workers are under are nowhere near standard safe conditions. Low payments, overtime, and child labor all exist underneath the realm of sweatshop labor. How would we know all that? Well, we wouldn't, and that is because we don't ask questions. We just accept what is thrown in our faces on a daily basis because that is the reality of the world we live in today. So what do we do now? Well, to start, we need to start asking questions and demanding answers. We cannot accept the ideas that the products we buy will enhance our situation, because most likely our consumer habits not only affect ourselves, but other people elsewhere who make the products and are a part of the production process. We need to start thinking about the culture we live in and see if we want to be a part of it, because so often do we find ourselves amidst a culture we have no idea that we are in. Awareness is the key to thinking, and then thinking is the next step to being able to decide for ourselves what we want to do with our lives. We can pull the true power of knowledge and choice back into our court. All we have to do is open our eyes and think rationally.